Welcome back to the MbaguMedia Tech Talk podcast. Today, we're diving into a truly chilling story that blurs the lines between technology, faith, and warfare. Imagine opening your prayer app, seeking solace, and instead, you get a message demanding surrender.
It's a scenario straight out of a dystopian novel, isn't it? The article describes this happening in Tehran, where notifications from prayer apps were hijacked to deliver messages like, "Help is on the way. Surrender and receive amnesty." This isn't just a hack, it's a deliberate weaponization of a sacred digital space.
Exactly. The attackers understood that these apps are accessed during moments of vulnerability, when people are seeking comfort. By using a prayer app, they targeted not just individuals, but their very emotions of faith, hope, and desperation. It's a profound violation of trust and privacy.
The article calls it a cyber-spiritual offensive. It's like taking a sanctuary and turning it into a military bulletin board. This jarring juxtaposition forces a confrontation between personal beliefs and harsh political realities, making it a new form of psychological warfare.
And it highlights how the digital battlefield is expanding. It's no longer just about servers or networks, it's encroaching on our personal belief systems and intimate digital sanctuaries. Even our prayers can be intercepted and manipulated.
That's a terrifying thought. Let's break down the mechanics of this cyber-spiritual offensive. The article suggests it could be about sowing discord, demoralizing the population, or signaling capability to adversaries. It's essentially digitized psyops.
Right, think of old-school leaflets or radio broadcasts, but now it's push notifications directly onto personal devices. The attackers clearly understood the deep integration of faith into daily life and the symbolic power of these prayer apps.
And the message itself, "Help is on the way," is so manipulative. It plays on existing fears of airstrikes, offering a false promise of safety, but the condition is surrender. It's a calculated move to exploit anxieties.
This tactic could definitely be replicated elsewhere, targeting other devotional or communication apps. The playbook has been set. It shows a sophisticated understanding of how to weaponize digital faith.
Moving on to the next section, the challenge of attribution in this digital fog of war is immense. Pinpointing who was behind this is incredibly difficult, isn't it?
Absolutely. In cyber warfare, tracing attacks is arduous. The technical skill required to breach and manipulate mass notification systems suggests state actors or highly organized groups, not lone hackers. This ambiguity can itself be a strategic advantage.
Unlike physical espionage, cyber operations can be conducted remotely with sophisticated masking techniques. This plausible deniability makes it hard to assign responsibility and can hinder de-escalation efforts.
The mystery surrounding the hack amplifies its psychological impact. It adds another layer of fear and paranoia when you don't know who is behind the message.
This really embodies the modern fog of war. There's always the risk of misattribution or even false flag operations designed to frame another party. The ambiguity doesn't lessen the impact, it heightens the strategic uncertainty.
And this uncertainty leaves everyone questioning who is responsible and what their ultimate goals are, creating a climate ripe for misinterpretation and further escalation.
This brings us to the long-term implications, the erosion of trust and the impact on digital security. When a prayer app is used for warfare, what does that do to our confidence in other digital platforms?
It's a significant consequence. Users start questioning the security and integrity of all their digital interactions, especially those involving personal data or intimate communication. This could lead to stricter regulations.
The cybersecurity industry must now focus not just on preventing data breaches, but on preventing the weaponization of communication platforms themselves. It's a shift in focus.
And we have to consider the potential for retaliatory cyber actions, which could escalate the digital conflict. The psychological scars on a population whose digital sanctuary has been violated are also a critical long-term consideration.
This incident serves as a lesson for future cyber attack strategies, showing the power of targeting trusted, intimate digital spaces. It proves that influence operations can go beyond propaganda to directly manipulating personal devotions.
This necessitates new frameworks and defensive strategies to understand and counter these evolving cyber-spiritual operations. It's a stark warning about the future.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about the weaponization of faith itself, a new frontier in cyber warfare. By co-opting a prayer app, attackers exploited a deeply human need for connection and comfort.
This tactic bypasses conventional defenses because it targets the emotional core. A notification from a trusted app, especially one linked to spirituality, carries an assumption of benign intent, making the deception potent.
They leveraged the app's ubiquity, its reliance on push notifications, and its intimate connection to users' routines. It's not just disruption, it's subverting the app's purpose to create distress.
The choice of prayer apps specifically indicates a sophisticated understanding of the target audience's cultural and religious landscape. Violating these sacred spaces carries profound symbolic weight.
This sets a dangerous precedent, normalizing the idea that no digital space is immune from weaponization. It means influence operations can be conducted by manipulating the very tools people use for their private devotions.
This requires a radical rethinking of digital security, moving beyond protecting data to protecting the integrity and intended purpose of communication channels. It's a significant challenge.
So, how do we navigate the future and defend these digital sanctuaries? The article emphasizes a proactive, multifaceted approach. Digital security can't just be about firewalls anymore.
Developers of these sensitive apps bear a huge responsibility. They need to prioritize end-to-end encryption, robust authentication, and rigorous security audits. Fail-safes and alert mechanisms are also crucial.
For users, it means enhanced digital literacy and a healthy skepticism. While discerning a sophisticated attack is hard, understanding the potential for manipulation can foster a more cautious approach.
Governments and international bodies also play a vital role. Establishing clear norms for cyber warfare, especially regarding civilian infrastructure and personal digital spaces, is paramount. International cooperation is key for attribution.
Ultimately, defending these spaces is a collective effort. It requires technological innovation, user awareness, and strong policy frameworks. The goal is resilience, not an impenetrable fortress.
It's about ensuring that our digital lives, especially those intertwined with faith and spirituality, can remain safe havens, free from the intrusion of conflict and coercion. Continuous vigilance is the path forward.
Now, let's move into the summary table to recap the key factors, strengths, and challenges discussed. First, targeting spiritual platforms.
The strength here is the attacker's sophisticated understanding of psychological warfare. By choosing prayer apps, they exploited vulnerability and trust, bypassing conventional defenses. The insight is that faith itself can be a target.
The challenge is developing defenses against attacks that weaponize faith. The opportunity lies in creating more secure spiritual apps and educating users about potential manipulation. It's a new frontier.
Next, psychological warfare amplification. The strength is the masterful manipulation in the message itself, preying on anxieties and offering false hope. This digitized psyop is incredibly pervasive.
The challenge is countering these sophisticated operations that exploit fear. The opportunity is to develop resilience-building strategies, both technically and socially, to mitigate the impact of such weaponized messaging.
Then we have attribution ambiguity. The strength is that this difficulty in pinpointing perpetrators creates a fog of war, fostering paranoia and hindering de-escalation. It serves the attacker's purpose.
The challenge is the lack of clear attribution, which can lead to misinterpretation and escalation. The opportunity is to invest in advanced cyber forensics and international cooperation to improve attribution and establish accountability.
Following that is erosion of digital trust. The strength is that this incident highlights the damage to trust in digital platforms, especially personal ones. The violation of a prayer app is a violation of personal peace.
The challenge is rebuilding trust in a digital ecosystem where even sacred spaces can be compromised. The opportunity is to implement stricter security standards, promote transparency, and educate users on digital hygiene.
Finally, future defensive strategies. The strength is recognizing the need for a paradigm shift in cybersecurity, focusing on channel integrity beyond data protection. Developers must embed security from the start.
The challenge is developing novel defenses against these evolving cyber-spiritual operations. The opportunity lies in fostering collaboration between tech, governments, and users to create resilient digital environments and establish international norms.
And that brings us to the conclusion, which really redefines the digital battlefield. This incident in Tehran is a stark harbinger of a new era in psychological warfare, demonstrating an alarming capacity to infiltrate the most intimate corners of our digital lives.
It forces us to confront the reality that our personal beliefs and trusted digital sanctuaries are not immune to being co-opted for strategic objectives. The violation of a prayer app is a perversion of sacred space.
For the cybersecurity industry, it demands a radical re-evaluation. Protection must extend to the integrity and intended purpose of communication channels, especially those for vulnerable populations or deeply held beliefs.
The sophistication points to state actors leveraging cyber capabilities for psychological impact, blurring physical and digital conflict lines. Attribution remains a significant hurdle, complicating diplomatic responses.
The defense of digital sanctuaries requires a collective, multi-layered approach. Developers, users, and governments must collaborate to build resilience and ensure tools for connection remain just that, tools for peace.
It's about fostering transparency and ensuring the sanctity of our digital lives in an increasingly interconnected and contested world. A powerful message indeed.